Oh my god, Teeny. Oh, dude, that was the nastiest, saltiest licorice you sent me, dude. You should not have done that.
What are you talking about, Lime? I didn't send you anything.
What the hell did I find on the floor?
I don't know. Have you made sure to clean your room lately?
Uh, Hello and welcome to the Limelight Podcast. I am your host, Lime Slush, as always. Over here, our first ever reoccurring guest, TNS Teeny.
Hello, everybody.
While this was recording, Teeny has not beaten Sans yet.
What's that? Sorry?
I was like, I said, this is during this podcast recording, you have not beaten Sans.
No, I have. Well, I have, but not on this genocide.
Not on
because,
stream.
Like playing Undertale, I actually was doing a neutral run. Was my first one, and then I did a pacifist run. But I did, defeat Sans in my first run ever. However, something I realized is it's harder to do on genocide because whenever you are choosing between attack, act, or healing yourself, there's going to be like bones on the screen that moves around and damage you while you're in your turn picking what you're going to do, if you're going to heal or attack. So
okay,
it's harder than it was before because there's even more shit going on at the same time. And I've been very close every time to like defeat him. Last time I would just stumble on the end of like his last attack, which it was really annoying. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it on stream. I am determined to kick his ass.
I mean, you are the Spartan after all. You are known
Yeah.
for ass kicking.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I do.
Actually, in Teeny's lore, is Teeny like still an active member of being a Spartan, or is he kind of like off and on, or like what is the lore for that?
I do believe that I'm off the radar of the Unicy. Like they do think I'm dead or missing in action, so to speak, and have no idea where I am located on an unknown planet and stuff like that. Where there were a bunker that was abandoned, and I just revamped and fixed.
Turn into the best streaming space in space.
Not just that, but where I live with Dawn that happens to be there in a box, and Tibia I found around as well.
Excellent. I would imagine them being like, so I was listening to the Lime Slush podcast and I found it. I was
mixing with the radio signals, and there was some fucking green rabbits talking.
We got the green rabbit. We found him, boys.
Lord have mercy.
That's the funny thing too. Like, my dad actually tried to get me into the Halo series even before I knew what it was.
Oh, wow. That sounds like a great dad, in my opinion.
So I had the original Xbox, like the OG, the big, big bricky thing,
the chunky one.
The chunky. Yeah, I had that one, and he was just like, "Hey, I want to play this like game." I saw a commercial for it, and it looked interesting. So we go down to Target, and we get an extra controller and the first Halo. We played through maybe almost all of it, and then he lost interest, and then I lost interest.
Well,
like we tried though.
There is where it went wrong. You shouldn't stop. Just finish the fight.
I know I didn't finish the fight, so poor Master Chief is still stuck in space.
I mean, he gets stuck in space after a third game for a while, but
Is that when he's like cryogenically frozen?
Yeah, he goes back in a cryotube in the half of the ship that was left and functioned after the blast, and Cortana was more like guarding over him while he was sleeping. That's why he says, "Wake me when you need me," and then goes into his cryotube and falls asleep. And then in Halo 4, he wakes up when the Covenant's trying to find this wreckage that they're trying to see what if there's anything to scavenge or find anything, intel stuff. And then they find Chief, and Cortana activates Chief, and he's back on track again. I mean, Halo 4 wasn't that bad. Halo 5, however, we don't talk about Halo 5 that much.
Is that the black sheep of the series, or?
I would like to say, yeah. Like, it's not like, I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's definitely like the bottom of the barrel of the Halos. Yeah. Sadly.
I do want to try it again. Like, I think maybe because I was so young at the time, maybe it was like it didn't pique my interest since I was playing like like more Nintendo 64 based games at that time. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was still playing on the Wii and playing
Oh
Guitar
yeah, I
Hero and
played
stuff. So
tons
obviously
of
it
stuff on
wasn't.
Wii. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think it was like eating my interest, and I was also still like on Tony Hawk and all that. So like
Mm-hmm.
I think now that I've been playing like Valorant and like stuff like that, I feel
I
like
haven't
now
played
I
that
would
yet.
get into it. You would
even
like Valorant. I think
even I haven't tried Valorant. It's just the whole nature of the game, kind of like, I heard it's like kind of like an Overwatch mix with Counter Strike. I was like, oh.
so the learning curve on it is incredibly difficult depending
Mm-hmm.
on what you want to do. If you're
Yeah.
just playing in casual, like unranked or Swift play or anything like fun like
Mm-hmm.
that,
Mm-hmm.
the game's a blast. If you're playing in competitive or anything
Oh,
too seriously,
there's the saltiness.
there's your that's saltier than the licorice I found on the floor. Just saying.
What do you mean, Chris? Do you eat licorice on like daily basis, or like I haven't sent you anything again? Like, what are you talking about?
I swear it was. I could have swore.
You sure there's not like an old carrot that was shriveled up underneath there?
Hmm. I gotta clean my room. That's
Yeah.
actually funny enough. That is literally why I became a VTuber, was because I didn't want to clean my room.
Oh Lord, have
I'm dead
mercy.
serious. Like when I was first making Lime, I was like, there has to be a big reason why I want to do this. And then like half the time I was going through my old VODs when I was on another Twitch
Mhm.
channel,
Mhm.
I was like, oh my god, my room's gross or my background's gross. So you'd see like my roommates and stuff popping in the background. I'm like, this
Yeah.
sucks. I need to fix this. And then I didn't want to do the green screen or anything like that. So then
Mhm.
when I started VTubing, I'm like, cool, now I never have to clean my room or like do my hair and like do this and that. Like I don't have to look all fancy
Yeah. I
before I hop on.
honestly, I feel the same there. Like, goddamn, I can sit there. You can sit there, the most disgusting, unfresh, unwashed bean, and no one would have even like an idea what you look like or your state of like hygiene is and stuff like that.
What about like
Or like sitting there
but
completely fucking naked and like yeah, no one knows.
I know that was some people told me that too. They're like, I'm buck ass naked or like not wearing pants half the time I stream. So like I don't want to get up and then
Right.
flash some cheeks and get banned from Twitch.
One time it was there in summertime here
Mhm,
in Sweden. For those who don't know, I'm located in Sweden. It was very warm, and I was very warm.
uh-huh.
So I just sat there in my t-shirt and underwear, and I felt like, oh shit, I'm hot. I need to get some water. So when I stood up, it's like, like that kind of like old like leather sofa like
Oh
effect.
no.
And I was like, I'm gonna grab like a wet napkin or something and just w- get rid of this filth,
Mhm.
And it was fun. It was fine, like and it's just I'd rather have like winter or something like that is not during summertime because heat is hard to get rid of if you don't have like an air condition. And next year when it's summertime, I need to get like a proper air condition or something.
The way you were telling me the thing about the chair, like, because you said you got like stuck to the chair, it makes me think of that picture where the guy's like, I might throw it up if YouTube won't ban me for it. This one
Hmm.
where the guy like gets, he's like selling his chair and it has that stain.
Oh yeah, you can see that. I can see all the contours of his bottom. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know where you're going with this.
I that's I remember seeing that and I was like, oh my god, I'm sure that I've done that once in my life where I just got up and like I left a big stain like that. It's
Yeah, I
just,
know. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I've seen that picture.
oh.
It's funny as hell.
We get to like 110 here in the summer. Like we
Hmm.
fucking die here in the summer. Like people will just drop because it's like
Yeah,
too
I
hot.
remember last summer. It was very humid here and very warm, and it
Mhm.
makes when it's very humid, it makes like a tropical rainforest kind of heat, and it's like even
Gross.
hotter than it's supposed to be. And I was working at a time at work, and I almost fucking passed out, even though I was drinking water and shit, because like the
Mhm.
stress was on, it was a lot to take care of. The stress was very high, and I just felt like, oh shit, if I don't fucking sit down or lay down right now, I'm gonna pass out.
I know, and I like work outside too. So like I will literally get 1 to 2 strokes, heat strokes a year, and then like I'll get such bad tans and sunburns, like because you can cover yourself up good, drink water, do everything possible, but that sun is just not forgivable, especially here in the more deserty states.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I know exactly what you mean.
I was actually asked on the subject of the states. You are actually planning out a trip possibly this year.
Yes, I am actually. I am gonna go on my dream travel, whatever vacation, whatever you want to call it. I have
Mhm.
never, I have never, I never been to America, any part of it, or anything anywhere close. And I decided this is the year when I turn 30. I'm gonna treat
Hell yeah.
myself. My mom said, "Yeah, let's go. That can be your 30." Because at least here in Sweden, I don't know how it is around the world, but in
Mhm.
Sweden, usually when people like get a 0 or a 5 in their birthday, like a 25, 35, or 30 or 40, it's a special
Mhm.
day. It's a little bit more special birthday, so to speak. And they
That's
tend to do like a little bit more special things when it's like a 0, because it's like it's a decade. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I turned 30 this year too, so like I
Yeah.
fully get that.
So the plan is to go to America. My mom is going to come with me for the first week. Then I'm going to split off with mom and go to different states and visit a bunch of friends that I made over the years. Actually, people I made friends or talked to for a very long time that is from America, and I'm
Alright,
going to
so
be there
you
for a month. Yeah,
are you gonna be like stopping like state to state kind of thing, like just certain
I'm
ones, or is it
gonna I'm gonna go to, I believe it's gonna be like 3 to 4 different states. Uh,
awesome?
New York, Texas, and then drive from Texas with a friend
Mhm.
all the way to Cali, and then go home from there. So
Well, hey
I'm
man,
gonna
if
I'm gonna
you
pass through I'm gonna pass through a few of them, I guess, on the way there. So
if you pass to New Mexico, come say hi to your favorite green bunny, man. I'll buy you
I
some
mean,
Jack
yeah,
in the
yeah,
Box.
yeah. Well, sure. If I'm anywhere close, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I'm like
The thing is, there's so many friends that are located in
Texas.
not mostly like Cali in Texas, yeah. But some of them are like scattered out, and even though I want to meet everyone, uh, I might not be able to. But who knows? Maybe I go back to America someday again, and then visit them.
Absolutely. And I mean that's kind of like for me, like I've always said like, oh, I want to fly to Europe or fly in that area, and then like I've had like plans for it too, and I've had like 6 or 7 people like, you got to visit this, this part, this part, this part. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
people are
I
like, oh, you need to, if you come here, you need to go there and do this and see that. I'm like, yeah, well,
I'm like, why not
I'm
come to
not.
me? Why don't we meet in like
The
one
thing
general
is,
area? What's wrong with
yeah,
that?
the thing is, I like, it's a very expensive trip, and I've been saving up for quite a while. And
Mhm.
even though I want to do a lot of things, I have a list of things I gotta do, man. I gotta do. I really want to do is because, like, since I was a kid, like, I want to go to see the Hollywood sign. I want to go to the all the stars in the road. The famous star,
Yeah.
whatever,
Oh,
famous
the
star.
Hollywood Boulevard.
Yes, I want to go to Disneyland. I want to go to Universal Studios, and luckily, Mario Nintendo World, or whatever you want to call it, is opening up this February, and I'm trying to plan to go there. We'll see what happens. There's nothing that is engraved in stone yet, carved in stone yet. So I'm still
I would
planning everything out.
I would say though, Teeny, try your hardest to avoid YouTube videos because they're going around right now, like doing some testing and like showing off stuff. And I'm like, I plan on going this
Oh
year as
yeah.
well, but I'm
No,
like,
it's
I have
fine.
to go into it so blind. I'm like one of those people. I'm like,
Well, the thing is, I've
you know,
already checked videos from Japan, and it's going to be very similar to Japan. So
yeah, I've seen the Japan one. So like, if
I've
it's
seen one video. I was just like,
yeah,
I
you've seen it all.
accidentally tumbled into it, but it's nothing unique to America, Nintendo World, or Mario World, whatever you want to call it, because they really just showed off the same type of thing. They have a restaurant in there where there's like a toad, and it's like it's the same thing. It's very, very, very similar. It's just he speaks English instead of Japanese.
Green dinosaur meat's on the menu.
It's pretty funny. It's pretty fucking funny, yeah. And it's like all the dishes are really cute. Like they're very like all the details and stuff that on top of like good food, you know. So I'm very excited.
I definitely, when I go, I need everything Yoshi or Shy Guy possible, because
Okay.
like Yoshi is just such a cool character to me. Like he gets treated like shit through the series, but I mean, I don't know why. I guess because I like dinosaurs. I think he's always been like the coolest though.
Oh yeah,
Personally.
the classical like Mario throws Yoshi down a like
Throws him down a
the
fucking
cliff down the cliff to get over a jump.
I never did that. I never had the heart when I was a kid. People showed me that like when I got older, they're like, "Did you ever do this thing where you like launch Yoshi into a pit?" And I was like, "I didn't know this was a thing, and I'm so glad I didn't because I would have probably cried." So
I honestly got stuck on that, and I always fell with Yoshi because I didn't know you can jump off Yoshi until I did that thing. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
ride and die, boys.
Pretty much. I know that like a YouTube channel did like a parody of that where Mario was the one who was getting Yoshi was riding Mario and did the exact same thing. Yeah, that's a pickle, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him for doing that though. I like there's a picture that I love where he does the same thing. He like launches Yoshi into the pit, but then Yoshi like reaches his tongue out and grabs Mario by the foot and is like pissed with him. And I was like, Yoshi could do that though. To be fair, Yoshi literally could just reach his tongue out and pull Mario down just to be petty.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Get over here.
Get over here. Yo, speaking of Mario 2, the movie comes out, was it this year, right? In April?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it's very.
Oh my God, Chris Pratt.
It's a lot of Mario things happening this year. That's for sure.
It is. It's maybe the year of the rabbit, but it is the year of Mario for all the cool shit he's getting.
Yeah, like I am excited for the movie. I am. However, I don't think Chris Pratt as Mario is the star in the show. I think it's Bowser for.
Jack Black is gonna.
He's gonna carry that movie on his shoulders so bad.
I know. Me and Mech actually. Well, I think not just me and her, but like she talked about it a little bit too. She's like, he's not doing too bad, or it's not that bad. And I'm like,
yeah, it's not bad.
Well, for me, it's the principle because he was like going on TikTok and YouTube videos going, "It's me, Mario." Well, I can't do the voice.
Oh,
he's like,
that's not going to be the actual voice. You'll see. You have to wait to see. And it is the fucking.
It is his voice. Yeah, I was so
not
pissed.
even an accent on. Like I talked to Mech as well about this because Mech and I are very dear friends, and she made a great point. Like you don't want to listen to like Yahoo, it's me, Mario for the whole movie. You want to have like a voice that is like all right, that doesn't like gets like annoying after a while listening to like him speak and such. So I get why they're going with Chris Pratt's voice because it's a very nice, soothing voice. But I think a little bit more Brooklyn. I like an accent of Brooklyn or something that would be nice.
I liked how even though it was a shit movie to most people, like remember the live action one.
The live action one.
They could have at least did that. They could have done that.
I that would be really cool, honestly.
Well, it's so funny. The girl who voices Peach, I can't remember her name. But like she literally looks like Peach, though. That's the thing that cracked me. I'm like, they could have.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Like her, yeah. That was, but yeah, I know. That's why it only made me mad. I'm like, I don't care about Chris Pratt doing the voice and stuff because I get it. They don't want to hear Yahoo! Oh, Mamma Mia! I fell down a pipe.
Yeah. That's what I meant as well. Like it was gonna be too much for you.
Yeah. Why Mario's not an aesthetic, a thread. Oh, there's so much cool stuff going on this year. I actually have so much Nintendo stuff I want to do this year too. Do you play like besides what is actually your favorite stuff? Is it just Pokemon or do you kind of have like some other stuff you like to pick at when you stream your Switch?
I mean, I don't have that many games. I have a few. But I felt like I just started like streaming with the Switch because I didn't have like a capture card or anything like that or a monitor enough to do that. But this year when I upgraded my so quote unquote battle station, my stream my setup, I got myself a capture card and I actually got the little device that you can can capture like old consoles like PlayStation 2 and such, which I'm
Oh,
very excited
nice.
about because I have a shit ton of like PlayStation games that I enjoyed playing, and I would love to play that on stream as well with people or like for people. But I just started playing, and I started mostly play on the Switch since Pokemon
Mhm,
Scarlet and Violet came out because I love Pokemon. I burned for Pokemon
mhm.
since I was a kid, so Pokemon is the one. I have played some Mario Kart with friends on other channels, and I just recently got gifted Mario Party from a dear friend, and I really want to like have a Mario Party with a bunch of friends and stream that because like it's always fun to like ruin friendship with those kind of games.
You can always invite me. I
I
love to
also
play
have
shooting
Smash.
down though,
Smash
so
is not as a must for me. Like Super Smash Bros is
God, yes.
like I feel like my favorite titles of all time for the Nintendo consoles are Pokemon first and foremost, but right after is like Super Smash Bros, Mario Kart, and Mario Party.
Did
Those
I
those those are my favorite.
So speaking on Smash, my main is Little Mac, and I made yeah, and I made a amiibo. I got an amiibo for him. I
Mhm.
literally gave him yellow trunks and called him Little Macaroni.
Little Macar. Oh, that's funny.
Isn't he
That
amazing?
is funny.
I taught him. I actually taught him how to down smash too. It pisses so
Oh
many
yeah,
people off because they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna play at the edge because Little Mac can't recover that well." So like they play near the edge and they jump off, and then I taught Little Mac how to down smash, and they're like, "What? How'd you do that?" I'm like,
just watch me.
I was literally like this. Punch Out is one of my favorite series because I fucking love boxing,
Hmm.
and literally when they did the Smash ballot, I was like, Little Mac, because he has been a Nintendo staple for years since Punch Out came out. You've
Oh
also
yeah,
made
definitely.
multiple games for this kid. Put him in the fucking Smash game. And sure enough, when he came out, this is before people were filming reactions and stuff like that to characters. When they announced this trailer, you
Yeah,
should have seen me like screaming and jumping, being like, I did it!
yeah, yeah.
Oh my god! I got him in! Yay!
My main in Smash is either Mr. Game and Watch
He's
or
cool.
I actually started like I was not a big fan of Link as I was before, but Link is pretty fucking solid to me.
He's a solid starter. Like people
Yeah.
they tell you like when you first learn how to play Smash, whether it be the 64 or like any of them, a lot of people will suggest Link because he's just kind of your basic like punch, kick, like sword or like sword style of
Mhm.
play. So he kind of just teaches you all the fundamentals of how to play Smash. Like he is kind of like the starter, if you will.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, no, definitely. I completely agree. Like I think I don't know, like every fucking Smash game, they change up the characters so much. Like in one game, this character is really good, and
Uh-huh.
another game it turns into shit, basically,
Yeah.
because they get nerfed so hard, and it's it shouldn't be OP, but some of them are
No.
like very OP. I hate I for those who out there who main like Sephiroth, that DLC character with like the spring arms, uh, or any long range like the fucking warlock with a sword and a wand and shit, and
Mhm.
that whipping sword or whatever it's called. I don't know who the character are or where they're from because I
Mhm.
haven't played that many Nintendo titles.
Mhm.
However, whoever who's main those kind of shit, you know, just stop. Just
Just
kindly stop because like it's so unfair. They're so OP and have so long range. It's nuts.
stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, I met like I'm gonna play some games with some friends and I used like those characters that has like Sephiroth with a mile long sword, which are like oh god, that's great. I love losing.
Remember when Minecraft Steve came out and like people were just like really upset because like he was so overpowered it wasn't even a joke. Because
Hmm.
you would literally just build around the people. You would just annoy people and just build around them, and people like, what the hell is this? So they go to like these like 1v1s and they just like build around them the entire game, and then they
Hmm.
finally nerfed it so that's not as bad. So you could
Yeah.
build like Fortnite. You don't have to really fight. As soon as you get hit, you just start building around them. Oh, but actually, to keep going on from streaming as well, what is the plan for you this year? Since this is 2023, it's a brand new year. You've kind of developed a lot in the past like year or two. What is kind of your big goals for this year, for your channel and your content?
So my goals is like just grow, both on my channel, but most importantly as my community grows as well. Um, have a few things planned for this year. Nothing super big, but the classical like birthday stream and anniversary stream is coming up. However, it's gonna be hard to plan these. It's either gonna be a bit early or a bit late because due to me going to America during my birthday, you know,
Mhm.
it's gonna be when like my birthday stream is and the anniversary is like in summer before that. So we'll see. I have two major streams planned, and that's the birthday stream, of course,
Uh-huh.
and the anniversary one. But other than that, I have something a little special that's coming up this year as well that I've been you know holding off for everyone and haven't told many people or barely anyone in that fact. So it's gonna be fun and exciting. Other than that, yeah, no, I'm it's that. It's gonna be a very eventful year. Not for me personally, both with streaming and going to America. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So it's not that spoiler of when you went to the Microsoft office with 404 Studios and they started making the teeny oh god, did I spoil too much? Uh-oh. Guys,
No,
we're gonna go ahead and run an ad break. Oh my god, Teeny, I'm so sorry. I know.
I wish that's not the case. However, like it would be fun to do something like that in the future. I have when I was doing cosplay and stuff, I had my own little Halo cosplay group. I actually got in contact with
Uh-huh.
some some people from Microsoft here in Sweden, and it was great. It was nice people, very nice people. They really take care of their fans. I'll let you know that. In my opinion, I think that way at least. I feel like they are, and not those people like, oh, you can't do that because that's not cool. But they're more like, yeah, fuck yeah, that's cool. Keep it going, and encourage people to like do
Mhm.
cosplay and fan art and fan stuff. I think that's great.
I never really got to get too deep into cosplaying.
Hmm.
As being a bit of a bigger boy myself, like,
Oh,
it's just so
I
hard
feel
for me
ya.
because I get I get so nervous, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't wanna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna cosplay Reaper from Overwatch," back when I used to play it a lot, obviously. I
Hmm.
don't want someone to be like, "Wow, Reaper's been, has been idle too long, huh?" You know what I mean? Like, I don't want someone to
Yeah.
fucking make fun of me or be like, "Oh, is he turning into Roadhog?"
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
It's like, I fear that so much, like, I don't really care if, like, a friend calls me, like, big or something like that because it's like, okay, that's fine, that's me friends playing around, but it's like, when a stranger does it, it's just like, "Ugh, dude, come on."
I know what you mean.
I'm
It's
trying.
fucking rude, and I don't like people doing like that kind of shit. So,
'Cause my friend told me that, because he's a bit of a bigger cosplayer, he's had times like that where people were rude about his weight or, like, they'd be like, "Can I rub your stomach?" or something like that when he was playing, like, Roadhog and stuff. He's like, "Oh my god." Like, people would just be obnoxious with it, and I was like, "I wanna cosplay, but I'm so scared of that
yeah.
happening." I have that, like, back of the mind fear going on.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I like I'm not like a small guy either. Like both
Mhm.
tall and like I have a little shunk,
That's
in my opinion.
yes,
But hey, the thing is, like, when people do that, it's fucking rude as shit. Like you shouldn't like body shame people like that. And if you don't have nothing nice to say, then shut the fuck up.
There's a guy that made a post about that, who's like a Ruby. I think he did something for Ruby, and he's like somebody got shamed for playing Blake, and then they were like a different color or whatever. They're like,
Hmm.
Blake can look like whatever they want to. Like, Blake can be a guy. Blake can be a girl. Blake can be any color. They can look like anything they want. Blake can cosplay as Blake. Blake can do what you want.
Hmm.
And I was like, I love that. I really do. I don't think cosplaying should have limits personally. It really shouldn't. I think people get really creative with like some of the cool shit they make.
Yeah.
Like when you
Yeah.
share
No,
the photos and
I don't
videos.
like what? Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. When you share like the videos and stuff, like when we're doing just like talking nights and stuff, like in one of the discords,
Oh
I
yeah.
love seeing like all the cool shit you show me because I'm like, these are
No,
such
thank you.
cool cosplays and people get really creative with it and it makes me so happy.
Yeah, it is really fun. Sorry, I just
You're
touched a
good.
little bit. Yeah, no, it is fun. Like when you meet like-minded people or nerds and stuff like that, and you're all very passionate about a specific like topic. It could be Halo, it could be Destiny, Pokemon, whatever. That's why I think it's fun when you meet some like-minded people, and I think it's really fun to hear about like topics where people are very passionate about, like anything, like how I'm passionate for Halo, for example, or Pokemon, and you meet someone else that has the same topic for you, or something else you haven't heard about or want to get know more about. It's just fun.
Oh yeah, and I'll tell you something. When we go to ad break soon, I'm actually going to tell you a little cosplay story. I just don't want to share it because I don't want people to know the convention I was at when I saw this cosplayer. But like you should see me like when I do go to conventions and stuff. I nerd out when I see like
Yeah,
really good cosplay. I'm like, yes. Like obviously I'm very respectful. I ask, can I take a picture? Can I
yeah,
have a high five or stuff like that? But I will geek out, be like, oh my god, it's this person.
yeah. That I have fun stories with that, and I have some very not so fun stories about that as well.
Is it
Later
okay to
on.
ask about any of the non-fun if it's alright
Yeah,
to share?
yeah, of course. Yeah, I think it's a great, like, it's like all like, even though it's bad experience, it's experience, and it's good to know. To kind of like
And
you
just in case
know,
of anything, yeah.
it's not good to know, but it's like you can put yourself in people's shoe way more, in my
Okay.
opinion, when you have experienced it yourself. And even though you haven't experienced yourself, you can, I'll
Mhm.
let you. I'll explain later.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I thought you were about to go into story mode.
No, no, no. No. I can, like. Oh, you want me to explain, or?
Oh, yeah, I say you can tell the story
Okay,
if you want
so
to. If you're not comfortable, you're
good
good.
experiences has been like, oh shit, I love your cosplay and stuff like that, and like, oh,
Uh-huh.
can I take a picture with you, please? And there's like, they take a picture with you and being respectful and stuff like that, and like, oh, and then they like ask you, oh, have you made this yourself, and how did you do that, please? And like
Mhm.
show interest in like your craft and stuff like that,
Mhm.
and like really like shown like some respect and like some nice comments and stuff like that. I
Mhm.
have also met those people that has like either not knowing what I'm supposed to be and said the wrong thing. And when I say, like, no, that's actually not the case. I'm actually this and that. And like, and they just walk away, and like, like that is, it's like a little bit irritating. But the worst thing I have experienced, the fucking worst thing, and I find this behavior fucking disgusting. And forever who do this, to people out there, you're awful
Don't
in every way.
don't do
Don't do
this.
that. And for those people who experience the same thing as me, I am really sorry, and I hope you don't have to experience that shit again. Because I was walking around in a smaller convention in Sweden, wearing one of my old stormtrooper armors, and it's a classic white stormtrooper. I have some scars over the eye and stuff like that, and fun stuff like that, like a little bit,
Mhm.
own character traits, so to speak, that I have added, like a cape and stuff like that, and a
That is
comma
awesome.
and stuff. Yeah, it was
I
really
like that
nice.
shit.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. So I was walking around there, and people ask, "Oh, I love your cosplay. Can I take a picture with you?" And they kind of like, have their arm on your shoulder, like give it a thumbs up and stuff like that, and you pose with them and stuff like that. That's
Mhm.
fine. However, I have met people that have been extremely disrespectful, than like the trying to like take your prop that you're holding, like a gun or a sword, away from you without asking, or poked at you or pulled something and shit like that. But the worst thing I have experienced is when they touch you inappropriately.
No,
Uh
they don't.
they did.
No.
So I was walking in this convention, and when you have a stormtrooper armor on, and you know how they look like with a helmet, your moment is like kind of like a little bit robotic. Like you can't
Mhm.
move around like properly, and you can't see very well because of the helmet's eye holes and stuff like that. You can
Yeah.
only see right in front of you. You can't really see your own feet, so to speak.
A good
That's
example is the stormtrooper who falls down the stairs. Watch that
exactly
video,
that
you'll
was
understand.
staged, by the way. That was staged.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There you go. I can talk about that later.
Yeah, later.
However, I was just walking around. These two girls come up to me. I'm like, oh. you're so cool. I love your armor. Can we take a picture with you?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course." And I nodded, I'm like, "Yeah, of course," I said. And they kind of like, wrap their arms around me on each side. And I'm standing there, with my blaster and stuff like that, and looking pretty cool. And then they fucking grabbed my groin, both of
Why?
them. Yeah, they just touched me in my groin,
No, I
right
would
there
be
on my
pissed.
codpiece. Yeah, like I could feel their hands on my junk, and I go,
God
"Whoa,
dang.
whoa, whoa, whoa! What the fuck? What are you guys doing?" No, 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 that's not fucking okay, I said. And they
Uh-huh.
kind of like play it off like, what's wrong? Well, like, I was just joking, kind of like that. I was like, that's not fucking okay. And I just walked off. I was so pissed, like, because like I
Right?
know when people are cosplaying character that has cleavage or like shows skin and stuff like that. For
Mm.
people have a tendency to be fucking gropey just because, or like hugging extra tight because they want to feel something.
Oh, that's
And
nasty.
I feel like that is the fucking nastiest, most disgusting behavior you can do towards people. Because
Mhm.
just because we are wearing cosplays and like our outfits and armor shit, it's not like, it doesn't give you fucking right to do that kind of shit to us. And
Or like
it's just disgusting behavior, in my opinion.
I hate the ones though that take like weird photos without permission. Like they'll take like
Yeah.
a low shot or like a downward shot, and it's like, yeah, I know
Yeah,
what
that's
you're
also
doing.
fucking weird. That's creepy
That's not
behavior.
for fucking Twitter. I can tell you that right now. It's going to their personal stash.
Yeah, I like, and I'm so sorry for anyone out there who experienced that kind of shit.
Same here.
I knew that way before it happened to me. It's fucking disgusting behavior and not fucking okay in any way or form. Like consent, for fuck's sake. Don't do that kind of shit. Like show some fucking boundaries and like respect to people in their cosplays and such. Like I feel like
Mhm.
doing that is like fucking not okay and should be handled with either banishing them from the convention or at least kicking them out. Not having them return again, because like it's fucking disgusting behavior.
And yes, don't be afraid to report that shit.
No, I did.
Do
I
not.
did.
Yeah,
I walked.
always
I walked.
report
I
that
walked to
shit.
staff immediately that they touched me inappropriately and took
Mm.
photos of me and like that. I don't find out okay, and they kicked them out. And
Oh yeah.
something that pissed me off, like not pissed me off, but
Mhm.
I find like, why are people even like having the balls of doing this kind of shit?
Mhm.
I don't like it at all, not one bit. It's disgusting behavior.
It is.
And but end this on a good note. I this was actually pretty fun. A friend of mine, when he was single, he was on a dating app. I do believe it was Tinder or something like that. Doesn't
Mhm.
matter where it was. He asked like one day, like, "Hey, dude, check this out. Is this you?" And he sent a screenshot on Tinder or like a dating app, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And there's a girl that has a selfie picture of one of her main pictures to like kind of show off who she is and kind of introduce herself.
Uh-huh.
And sure enough, that's me in my fucking stormtrooper armor next to her. It's me because of the like I see all the like the specific things I only have on my like the scars and the logos or like the
No.
badges and the things like that. I like, that's me. That's definitely me. And
Didi is
it's
officially
from the
Tinder
city.
famous.
She was from the same city the convention we're in, so like, yeah, that's definitely me.
Oh, that is hype. That's
I
awesome.
thought it was so funny. Like, I thought it was so fucking funny. I'm like, oh my god, I'm famous without even knowing it.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick ad break, everyone. And then right
Yeah.
when we return, we have some more amazing questions and time with Teeny.
Yeah.
This podcast was brought to you by Freshen Up Hydration. Freshen Up Hydration is a energy drink and hydration formula service that gives you plenty of energy without the crash and the chalky taste, and hydration to help you get all your electrolytes back into your system. I was happy enough to try out their War Cherry and Lemonade recently, and let me tell you that both of them tasted delicious, and the new War Cherry honestly is probably one of the best energy drinks I've had in a long time. So try Freshen Up Hydration and use code LIMESLUSH, that's LIM3 slush, and it is worth every single cent. This portion of the broadcast was brought to you by GreasyGamer.com or GG.tv, a wonderful little website that is better than Twitter because there's not as much drama, And in general, you can meet other content creators. So basically, gg.tv, it's like Twitter without the bullshit. And we're back. Those are some amazing ad reads. Definitely check out Freshen Up. Your boy really wants his own flavor and shaker this year. That would be I am. I've talked about if they ever get a lime flavor, I'm like, can I be named after it? And they're like, maybe. Like, that would be the dream. I've told that to people. I'm like, I could care less if I never get the purple check mark or if I never get YouTube partner. If I had my own energy flavor shaker, I'd be like, okay, I'm good. The lime is officially made it as an energy drink. That's all I've wanted.
That's awesome.
It is. I mean, could you imagine like Teeny as like a little energy drink? Like that'd be cool.
Oh wow, yeah. I actually have some PNGs that some friends had drawn and some inspired by certain like drinks and such. Yeah.
I know. I remember what was it? I can't remember who made them. They made that line of drinks, and I did put mine in to see if I could get drawn as the lime slush, like an actual slushy cup, but I didn't get picked. But actually on that subject, if it's all right to ask, what do you think of like the people though that do like a lot of like art chances and stuff like that? Do you think that's actually like a really cool, like inventive way to kind of get yourself out there?
Like when they do art and stuff like that, you mean?
Yeah, or like you know what I mean, like when they're like post your ref and I may or may not draw you kind of thing. Do you
I think
like,
that's I think it's fun, not because just because people are, just self promoting themselves and doing art and like that. I think it's fun because like I think it's cool to see like someone draw your character, in my opinion. I think it's like a little bit an honor, like, oh, you want to draw my character? Like that's fucking awesome. And it's like you get free art while the artist who streams or whatever, gets to like draw something new and fun, I think that's great.
I actually I think I lucked out when Poppy was doing the stream drawings. He's been doing ones where he'll just do like a little doodle of your character. I think I lucked out and he actually drew me. He's like, I'm gonna draw this cute little bunny, and I was like, there's 2 bunnies on here, like 2 or 3 bunnies. Who's he gonna draw? And then I looked at the mouth and the ears. I was like, I think he drew me, but didn't say my name.
Well, that's cool. Yeah,
it is. Because like the only thing I ever worry about when I do those, like showing my PNG or my ref sheet and stuff, I always worry if it's just a bait post. You know what I mean? Like maybe they draw like 5 of them or so, like 6 of them, and then they just ignore the rest while like it floods up. Like I get it if it floods up and stuff, but like some of them they might just draw like 2 or 3, and then they just completely ignore it like within a few days, like a day or 2.
Yeah, no, it's like if there's a bunch of people like you want to like get
Yeah.
drawn, it's really hard because like it's it's hard. Like I know like I recently I joined Geronimo on her stream of drawing some people's like some companion for people, and she fucking got like 50 people like asking for a little companion and stuff like that. It's like we did like 6 or 7 maybe something like that, and like it's hard to like keep drawing and drawing and drawing because like you need to come up with an idea and then you sit there like, oh, I need to come up with a new idea, and like you get it's worn you out pretty fast in my opinion. So I feel like it's only fair to the person who posts this to get to choose which one and who gets drawn, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, and then I know like Ratoony even did one where she drew you doing the little balloon thing.
Oh yeah, that's funny. Yeah,
and like that thing filled up fast too. Like even just being in a circle, I even looked. I was like, oh my god, that thing filled up fast. I actually put lime in there. And my meme was the angry bunny, where it's like eating a piece of lettuce and it's all pissed off.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's the thing. It's really hard. It's really hard. To like have everyone get satisfied and like and those who gets picked is just good for you. That's great.
Oh god, yeah.
And so yeah, no, I think it's a great way to get out there, in my opinion, and I think it's that's fine, and I like to see people do art and stuff like that. So
Oh yeah, and that's what I was saying too, because I do think it is a good way to get there. I just hate when some people they do it and they're like, oh, it's a bait post. I'm like, half and half. Like I think really just because I'm like there are some talented artists, they do want to draw a few people and kind of experiment with styles and stuff, but they can't draw fucking like 50 or 100 people who like the post.
Yeah.
There's no way. But then it's just I just don't like the ones that are sour about it, you know what I mean? Because I have seen some people that do that. They're like, what do I even try? Why do I even enter anything? I'm like, it's for fun. Like, have fun with it. If you get drawn, cool. If you don't, you move on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I think it's just a great way to get out there, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, and I think I mean, like even for me, like I think just some people they have that kind of attention thing with they're like, my character's so cool, you're definitely gonna draw mine because mine is all like this and that, and I'm like,
Yeah, like I don't
it's like God
it's
complex kind of
yeah,
thing.
I don't like that. Like just post your character. If you get drawn, good for you. I don't like when people are
Mhm.
think they're better than someone else. In the end of the things, sure you have a big following than anyone else maybe, but still you're
Yeah.
just a guy. You know. You
Yeah,
know.
that's what I tell people. I'm just like, have fun with it, Like with Lime, I don't really get art that much, and so like when I do, it is like a
Hmm.
treat. It is like Christmas morning. Like
Yeah, that's how
I've
I
already.
feel as well. Even though if I get like
Mhm,
very like frequent art and fan art and such, and I really appreciate it. Like that's why I have
mhm.
all my art in my showcase when I stream and stuff like that on my Be Right Back and Starting Up screen.
I need to do that. I really, really do. 'Cause
Hmm.
I'm actually doing some updates and stuff right now because I
Hmm.
want to do that, and I want to do that thing you and Mech do, where you can have somebody pop up on your stream and just be like, "Oh, hi, this isn't my stream. Uh-oh,"
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
then, like, go
I
back
have
down.
I've added that because I want like support friends and people I like to like. Can
Mhm.
I give them a little fun shout out while they do that? That's why I have the surprise visit on my end to kind of like showcase some of my friends uh, that I visit and hang out with or support. We gotta
Now,
spread the love around, so to speak.
is that done individually, or is that, like,
Yeah,
just command?
that is like so. What it is I ask for someone to like do a little recording of themselves for a green screen in the background. They do something. They come in the screens to do say something, and they pop out of frame as well. And I just add that to a randomizer. And when people redeem that with a channel points, it will
Mhm.
be a random picked like little video that pops up, and it's going to be like any of the people I have in there.
I love that so much because I saw that a few times yesterday when you
Yeah, and
streamed.
haven't seen anyone done that really.
Mhm.
So I thought it was a great way to kind of like have a unique idea to like kind of like have like people surprise visit you and like have people kind of check out their channel if they like the characters or like stuff like that.
Mhm.
I think I have up to like 27 different people now, and
Ah,
it's
dang.
pretty nuts. Yeah, it's
Well, if
all
you
for all friends and loved ones.
aw. Well, let me know if you ever need a 28th. I'll help fill it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, just send me a video.
I will, I actually still have you, fun fact, I still have you as my follow alert. I still have that little rally to me.
Oh, I hate that. And it's the
I
Swedish one. It gives me like, oh.
I didn't use that one, I almost did, but then the rally to me just in English was, like, way more powerful because you're just like the Swedish one, you're like, I can't remember how to say it, it's
Alla
been
till
so.
mig.
Yeah, that's it. You said it like
Yeah,
that, and I was like, "Eh," but then you're like, "Rally to me," and I'm like, "That's the one." You had so
yeah.
much room for that one. I was like, and
I still haven't seen it happen on your stream yet. I haven't seen it yet. I'm very excited to see that once.
I will. As I said, every time it pops up too, I'm like, and if anyone's knowing that is Teeny, go give him a follow, and I'll shout your channel out when
Appreciate
I.
that. Really appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I do. I
I,
need to do
I
that.
always try to shut up people out that pops in a lot of my streams and are self streamers, and stuff
Mm.
like that. I love
That
that.
is so. On the speak of support, I feel like that is like the one thing in the VTubing community that's so weird. Not in a
Hmm.
bad way, but, like, when you see some people that are like, "Oh, this person's been on their stream X amount of times." It's like, at this point, they're not shouting out anybody else. I'm like, it's kinda 'cause you gotta have your safety net, like, for me, like, I've never been on I may have been on Mech stream a couple times, but I wasn't, like, an invited guest. I was just kinda just popping in to join the
Hmm.
chat, you know what I mean? Like,
Hmm. Hmm.
in the future, I'd love to collab with her, but as I said, I'm a very nervous little bunny, and I and I'm very
Yeah,
scared to
I'm a
ask
very
about it.
extroverted type of person. I feel like there's a lot of introvert people out there that that is in this community. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes people tend to overthink it when like I'm very cool with people reaching out to me,
Mhm.
and some people don't like that. Some people want to be like private and that don't have
Mhm.
people messaging them left and right, and I get that. But I don't mind have someone message me and asking and stuff like that, like about Stutch and like getting to try to get to know me and stuff like that. However, if you do like just end up like being like once or twice showing up in my community or in my streams and then like, hey, you want to collab? That's awkward. There is like
Yeah.
a don't make it weird, kind of type of deal. Like get to know the person before you want to like do something like that.
Like
It's like hanging out. Like it's like
yeah.
expect like if you meet someone in like you meet your best friend in the city, for example, you guys are hanging out and like, oh, by the way, this is my friend, so and so. You don't. Hey, you want to hang out right after like you guys have like just met? Basically,
Yeah.
it's kind of the same deal there, in my opinion. Like make it like a little bit more natural. Give it time to get to know each other and hang out a little bit.
And like that's like why I think sometimes why I haven't done like a collab with like you or Mech, not in a mean way. It's because it's like the other thing too that boils down to is the games. So if I'm like playing like Valorant or Fortnite, I'm sure if like let's say you don't play those, you're probably gonna be like, why am I here? I don't play these games. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it could be like that too, because it's like let's say you're playing Pokemon, like obviously the same thing. I won't understand the game, but I might just kind of be in there to shoot the shit with you. I won't be like, oh, a shiny. Okay. What about pancakes? Pancakes are cool.
Mm-hmm.
You got a shiny Vaporeon? I don't know what that is, but I sure do know a lot
Mm-hmm.
about something. But I think that is the one thing too. I think over collabing does kind of hurt if like you don't know the person that well, because some people are like, oh, let's do a collab, and then like they promo like so many people. Like that's why when I do a podcast, if I don't know the person, it may or may not go as well. Like you, I know very well, so talking to you is like, it's just the easiest thing. But like when it's somebody I barely know, then it's kind of a bit of a challenge. Like you kind of got to get a read on everything.
Mm-hmm.
And this, like for me, I haven't actually done a collab. I'm not even lying to you, since my birthday, which was in September. And that was just kind of more of a hangout than anything. But I don't know. I think that I would like to see though collabs and stuff like that more, because I would love to kind of branch out. But at the same time, I think taking that step is probably the most frightening thing of all time, though, to make that leap of being like, hey, would you like to join me at this time at this date to either play or watch me play this game? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I have a series coming up, and I definitely want to do that with a few people that are kind of more experienced with certain games. Because I definitely do want to play some Halo, and I definitely need you in
Mm-hmm.
there. Or when I do want to play Mass Effect, I definitely want Jess to help me out with that, because I don't know a fucking thing about Mass Effect except for like when I've watched YouTube playthroughs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I do want to just say that to the content creators out there: do not be afraid if you do have common ground with a streamer or someone like that to try to branch out. Though it will help you out in the long run. It will help you share communities and stuff like that. Don't be too scared about it, like
Yeah.
me.
No. Yeah.
um, but another thing too, Teeny, I have a question. If you
Mm-hmm.
made partnership in the future, would that change anything for your channel? Would you want to do anything completely different?
Oof, that's a good question. Honestly, it wouldn't change much. I would love to get to know more people, of course. Like that would be
Hmm.
great because uh, and get some more networking and stuff. That I think is fun. But like I would like to go like get part of a team of like-minded people and close friends, especially.
Hmm.
Uh, so that's my ideal if ever I get partnership and all that. But I want to be part of something with friends I trust to 110% and our streamers as well. Because like I love doing this and this is my hobby and I love doing it.
Hmm.
Whenever I'm not working my full-time job. um, But it's great. I find it so much fun, and it really brings joy to my life a lot, and it makes the thing a little bit brighter and easier to deal with and have fun with, and escape from, basically.
Mm. This is too for me. Like that's kind of what Lime is. It's like this
Hmm.
escape. Like it's just me to be myself for a little bit, since really nobody I know IRL has the same interest as me, is streaming or playing certain
Yeah.
games and stuff like that. So I fully do get how this is probably like, to me, I think this is like a therapy. Like this feels like I'm
Hmm.
not bleeding out too much, but at the same time, it is kind of getting your more creative side out and stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. I don't want things to change.
Mm,
I'm not going to change my attitude about people and streams and stuff like that. However, I have noticed lately that I've been more like, I don't take bullshit as much anymore. I don't deal with
mhm.
trolls as much in my streams. Like, I want to have a good time. I don't want people to come and ruin it, and just to annoy me with redeems that is like, they know that like it's not a good time maybe to redeem, or
Uh,
and stuff like that.
yeah.
Uh, I know there's been like times where people have come in and just, people that know me, that like, and stuff like that as well. Just come in, like redeem this, and this on top of each other, and then
Mhm.
leave right after when it ends. I was like, if you're just coming in to be a dick, at least stay for a while and hang out.
At least give me some watch time.
No. I don't care much about that in the cloud and stuff. I don't. It's
Uh,
just don't be a fucking dick. Just don't be. Just try to annoy me. The only thing you do when I stream. Just
yeah. I've
show some support, or like just hang out. Don't care. But don't be
so
just don't come in there to try to piss me off. That is, I find it disrespectful.
I've had someone do that too. They came into my stream like early, like when I was in like later 2020s ish.
Yeah.
They literally were like, you have a cute bunny avatar and you're playing a nice chill game, like nice rated E game. I don't remember what I was playing. They're like, can you
Yeah.
not be swearing? Can you not be talking about adult stuff? That's not very, da da da. And I'm like, who the fuck are you?
I
I
don't.
did. I
It's
was
so
literally said
stupid.
those words. I was like, who are you? You're not paying my checks.
I don't like when people come in and try to like act all like smart and tough towards me. Like, that is like an easy way out, basically. The one way ticket out of my channel, basically. I have people that had known me and I hung up with and get to know, and they
Uh-huh.
know how much like the thing is, when people come in,
Mhm.
oh, cute robot avatar and model you have
Like,
there. First of all, I'm not a fucking robot. Second of
yeah.
all, I don't get mad when people who are new or just popping in for the first time, miss like,
Mhm.
understand I'm not a robot, even though I have clear as day, like in my titles every time, Spartan VTuber.
Part-time VTuber, yeah.
Even though they can just read that, or about page that says Spartan, not robot. Even a theme song that says I'm not a robot.
Yeah, I remember that.
However, like, I don't get mad at all. I people can easily, like, misinterpret my character design to a robot, and I get that. That's fine. But when people know me and they know I'm not a robot, and they
Mhm.
know that it pisses me off when people makes, like, fun out of, like, oh, well, little robots, stuff like that, and they do come into my streams, oh, and like do like robot jokes to me, that is like, it has happened before. And before, I like, haha, very funny, and just like, whatever, I just kept going. But now it's like, you're getting fucking timed out or banned. I'm not joking around anymore. I'm sick and tired of it. It annoys me. You know, why do you take the energy of your time and your time to come into my stream, just tease and like, haha, poke fun of me? That is an easy one way to take it out. That's what I mean about that. Like, if people come in and don't know me and they like to do that little thing, it's fine. I don't mind that one bit. I don't get mad. I
Mhm.
don't mad at all. Not irritated or anything like that. But if you know me and we know each other, and you do that just to piss me off, I don't take that. I'm sick and tired of just taking shit like that. So I'm not dealing with that. So
I wouldn't even do that.
the last time that happened, I just timed out the person for 300,000 seconds. I don't know how long time that is, but I'm guessing it's a few days.
You said 300,000 seconds?
Yep.
Let me see. I'm getting it right now. Let's see, 2 hours. That is 83 hours.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just 4 days.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
imagine it's just like,
I don't take that lightly anymore. I think it's just you're trying to be a dick. Well, you can go be a dick somewhere else. Here you go, bam, eat
bam.
that. Suck on that, pants grab. Suck on this, pants grab. Pretty much. I don't like when people do that. I find it like oh, you want to be a dick to me? You're like, sure, I'll take that. But here you go, have this as well.
I know. I did that. I yelled at a bot the other day. The ones that because the bots are worse now on Twitch when they're like, they don't just say like, "Want to be famous? Here's a link." They like have this whole paragraph.
Were you the one who came in and one of my mods accidentally put like shield mode on, and they changed the settings?
Yes, that
Yeah,
happened.
I am so sorry about that. Like, so for some reason, for those who don't know that out there, Twitch has incorporated like a new feature that's called Shield Mode, and your mods and you can activate it at any time, due to hate rates and stuff like that. And people being assholes. And if you activate that, that will change. Like, depending on if you haven't changed the setting yourself in your settings on your Twitch, it will like make it like really hard for people to even chat and like that. And it's like, I don't want that. I want people to come in and have a fair chance of like saying something, as long as nothing offensive or have usage of like bad words and terms and stuff like that. But like, come in and chat and stuff like that when they just stumble upon the channel. But this thing just activates like a really it's like a turtle goes into its shell. Nothing goes through. And I had to sit there and activate everything and change it back, all the settings. And it was like not one setting, not two, but like 10 different settings. Like,
oh, I know
holy
the
shit.
feeling.
And
I had to do the
auto
same.
mode, you came in there and said like shit. Like, and shit for me is not like a very harsh word in my opinion.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you can't say that. I'm like, oh shit.
I remember that. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It just happened just when you came in, so it's fine.
Yeah, no, you're good. My friend or one of my mods did that when it like first came out. They're like, hey, it's like, hey, does it working? And they like clicked it, and then everyone's like, I was like, why is my chat quiet? And they're like, turn it back off, turn it off, turn it off. You turned it back, you turned it on. I didn't notice it for a while because I was like, God, my chat's really quiet. And then I looked over and it was shield mode was on. I was like, oh, turn that off.
Yeah, the default shield mode is very
very picky.
It's very picky. Yeah, indeed, it's very.
It does. It doesn't like swear words. I've noticed.
Oh, it doesn't
that.
like anything. Like,
no.
Welcome into my Christian Minecraft server kind of deal.
Just say Christian, shut it down.
Yeah, shut it down. It's just like, yeah, it was a learning experience. But I hate tech issues. That's the worst thing ever. And I can go from like very calm and having a great day to having the fucking worst time of my life when that happens, because I hate tech issues.
Oh, that makes me want to scream.
Yeah, and I'll sit there like, why do you do this to me now?
Now, one thing I'd love to just ask too, because I know you're not really a YouTube person, but would that ever be like?
I am. I
really
look at a lot. Yeah, I'm one of those YouTubers like that just watch a shit ton of YouTube videos.
But you wouldn't make him though. Like, would you do the
maybe in the future, maybe. I would love to do some things in the future, maybe, depending on interest and like we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. I mean, because I have all these on YouTube, but I really want to get these on Spotify at some point. I need to get off my bunny ass and actually do it.
Well, it's a lot of work, like
it is.
and For those who know, for those who see like all big YouTubers and stuff like that, there's a team behind there, at least like a couple of people, because like editors and stuff like that, because like they
Yeah.
pump out videos so fucking fast and big and edited and stuff like that.
And Lime is
So
kind of like that too. I have one person who really is the Lime expert, like the person who helped make Lime, and then I
Mhm.
even have Quanzo who does sometimes they do the editing and stuff like that, and I have like mods and stuff like that. Like my dream is
Uh-huh.
if I was wealthy or if I did get wealthy from this, I would love to have a paid staff for Lime Slash. Like that would be a fucking dream for me to like help out others just to help me out kind of thing. And make it like a little team. Like not really Kyo and Miyoko or like it's a whole fucking like giant staff. I'm like, nah, just a paid mod who will be there every stream, somebody for editing, and then just somebody for you know what I mean? Just the big three.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure you might want that, you know what I mean? Like something for your Twitter and stuff like that. If or do you want to always just kind of be solo? Like you wouldn't want to rely on anyone
Mhm.
else to help you out.
Yeah, no, I completely feel that. Like it's really
Mhm.
I like doing streams because I get to interact with people in my chat and have fun with them. I think that's
Mhm.
great. And for those who says that streaming is not hard, it's not that doesn't take any energy and time from you, that is completely fucking false.
It is
Because like,
bullshit.
you can sit there and get so drained so fast, depending on the situation and what game it is. And it's not just sit there and play a video game and relax. No, it's like you need to like deal with,
Chat.
interacting and chatting and being entertaining and stuff. So like I don't feel like, and it's content creating no matter what.
It is. Um, and now to wrap some things up, I'd actually like to get on one kind of deeper subject if it's okay to talk
Yeah.
about.
Okay.
I
Sure.
would love to actually ask, NSFW Teeny, is that anything in the future? Is that going to be, is that, or do you trying to want to keep like PG-13?
What do you mean, like not safe for work? Like you
Like,
talking about?
I mean, like, for Teeny, like, where do you lie? Do you lie on the NSFW, safe for work? Do you kind of have a mix? Like, what is kinda like the
I
rating for your channel if you were like a movie or
my
something like
my
that?
channel my channel is it's 80 plus, so we
Mhm.
do talk about like some adult topics about that is
Yeah.
not that is not you know um disrespecting TOS. We swear and stuff like that. However, I don't like in my channel and in my community, I don't really like to talk about like too deep of a subject that can be quite sensitive topics like
Mhm.
politics, religion, or like I don't like when people come in and talk about trauma too much. Like I am there to listen, listen there and like help out in any way I can. But I'm not a psychiatrist. It's not like a it's
Mhm.
not a clinic you can come to and like spew all your trauma out because like I've happened that one time before when I was sitting there having a great time with my community and someone
Mhm.
came in and dropped like a very big like trauma
Bombshell?
dump and a bombshell
Uh-huh.
and using terms that can be very sensitive to people with trauma of specific topics and ruined the whole mood like yes and
Ugh.
I get that people go through shit in life.
Mhm.
Trust me, I had a hell of a year last year that I don't want to talk too much about here because I want to keep this like positive and stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely.
But it was very hard for me, and I went through a shit ton of shit and
Mhm.
loss and stuff like that. And I feel like if you need to talk to someone that are in a community of your own, or if you're part of someone's community, is if they're a friend, reach out to them in DMs. Keep that a little bit like private, not like in a sense like between just you and your closest friends, but the trusted ones, or don't go in too heavy in it when you're around people in one community. Because like if you're in someone's community, like for example in my Discord, which is like people that follow me or
Mhm.
like friends and such, or you know real life friends or whatever mix stuff like that. I wanted to keep like in a safe, nice, and comfortable environment for everyone to feel welcomed and don't have to feel like they're on, on easy or anything like that. That's why I don't really like those kind of topics too much. However, sometimes we do talk about it in a civil, calm manner, and that's fine. But don't dwell too much in it or go too deep in it, in my opinion. When it comes to not safe for work stuff, like lewd stuff and stuff like that,
Yeah.
I find art of like both not safe for work and safe for work totally fine.
Hmm.
However, if you're gonna do not safe for work of me, Teeny, uh, ask. Always ask before. It's just a question. Like, hey, do you mind if I make some not safe for work of you and this and that? That's totally fine. Or read like rules and stuff if there's rules written down in Discord or pinned in the artwork section and stuff like that. Because some people do tend to like have like a few like, don't draw me with this and that because that's not okay. I don't like this. I don't feel comfortable with this and that. You know. So always ask. Like if worst case, like worst case scenario, you got to know. Don't do that. It's fine. I feel like asking is never to hurt.
I
Be
I do
respectful.
I do the same thing. Because the reason why I bring it up is because like I have noticed that shift. I was never really like super safe for work and da 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 da, but like
Mm-hmm.
more and more now, I'm starting to get more curious because I was like, no, Lime's never going to be this. Lime's not going to have this. Lime's not going to be
Mm-hmm.
doing this. And then it was like recently more this year where I was like, I'm kind of curious now. I am kind of
Mm-hmm.
curious about doing extra boundaries for Lime. Like I wouldn't mind some NSFW if I'm asked about what it is first. Like I wouldn't want someone just to be like, because like
Mm-hmm.
this happens way too often where someone's like, okay, here's a character. Ooh, okay, draws. Here is them losing their leg because this
Mm-hmm.
is my thing. Like, no, I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Like
No.
people do.
Again.
People get really nasty and stupid with it. Like, not to be an asshole about it, but they
Yeah.
do. They
Some things are like I don't want to like get. I don't want my character to draw and be like underage characters doing like on inappropriate things. I don't want that at one bit. I find that
Oh
fucking
yeah.
disgusting. I don't want
Hmm.
any racist. I don't want any sexist. I don't want anything like that. Again, it's simple as that. And if you're gonna do not safe for work of someone or
Hmm.
art, and you're unsure if they want art or not safe for work art made or safe for work art in that matter made of them, ask. Just send a message, and if they don't reply, don't do it. And if they do reply saying yes, then go for it.
Seriously, yeah.
It's
Just
just
ask.
it's just being respectful and asking. That's all it is. And
It is.
if people get mad because you ask, that's on them. Because like you have done your part to be respectful and showing respect by asking.
I did.
So
I mean,
if anyone want to draw art of me, safe for work, yes, go right ahead. I don't mind one bit. I love all kinds of art, even not safe for work. But if you do decide to do not safe for work of me and my characters and OCs, just ask and see if it's okay with me, whatever it is.
ditto. I'm
Yeah.
very much the same way. As long as it's safe for work, I won't mind. But not safe for work, it's just such touchy territory because you really don't. Some people,
Some
as I
things
said,
people fly. Some people
yeah.
like certain things and dislike certain things, and just gotta be respectful of that. I like, just ask again. All it is just asking one question. And again, I know people can be kind of like a little bit introverted and having like, oh, what if they get mad at me or throw me under the bus, so to speak. Well, I like to think of it like this: if you ask and they get mad at it, that's their problem. Because you're just you're doing the right thing. You're showing respect and being respectful. So if they take that as criticism or being rude, that is on them, honestly.
Oh
And
yeah.
again, I'm very easy to talk to. If you show me respect and being nice to me, you don't have to like, you know, stroke my ego and kiss my ass just because I'm so I can be nice to you. No, just talk to me like a normal person. I don't mind people DM me, hey, I love your character. Would you mind if I do this and draw this with you and stuff like that? And it's okay if I do not safe for work and this and that. That's I I'm very easy to talk to, so never feel like you can't talk to me or ask anything. My DMs are open, in both Twitch and Discord. It's just if you want to talk or ask something, go right ahead. I won't get like super defensive and like call you out on any bullshit or like be an asshole about it. Like I'm just gonna talk to you like and then other people.
Mhm.
Yeah. So no.
Absolutely. And speaking of that, where can people find that lovely Twitter and Twitch?
So you can find me on Twitter and Twitch at www.twitch.tv/TNS_Teeny TEENY. And you can find me on Twitter as well. Same thing there. And if you want to join the community, you can always go and check out my Discord channel. You can find it on my Twitter and Twitch.
And their Discord is very active, very fun to be in, and Teeny is all around a really amazing Spartan. So
Well,
definitely
thank you.
give them a
I
shot.
try my best. I try to be around as much as I can. I do whenever I don't stream. I do hang out in my Discord and get to know people. So always feel free to pop into voice channels and VCs and hang out and talk and vibe.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for coming out to the Limelight podcast. This has been an absolute blast. I hope you see you guys again in the next episode.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure, like always.
Thanks. But last thing before can you put the needler down? Like you've been pointing at me this whole episode. I did the podcast and everything like you asked.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Please, Teeny, I have a future wife and children. Please don't do this.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Like,
Teeny. And then and then I might add like little needler sound effects. Yeah, it's gonna make that little